This video is called Beaver Beer, the title of the video, Beaver, because if it wasn't for me naming myself Skunk Run, I was going to name myself Beaver Beer Boy, something along those lines. I mean, yeah, so, cheers, beat to Beaver Beer. I mean, yeah, school never did work out for me, so I think that it's, and Lifeguard lives all the way in, Britain, and he's trying to, lecture me about that. I'm like, well, you know what? It's not the same here as it is where he lives, and it's a gimmick, the whole school. I mean, they're just saying, well, they're forcing, school because, it brings in more money for the state, more power. I mean, think about it, guys. I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, think about how much better society would be without, having to go and graduate, I mean, I know a lot of jobs ask for on their application, well, they ask, well, do you have education? Put down how much education you have. Well, it's all a money-making game is what it is. I mean, think about it. Our tax dollars go to pay for students' school lunches and everything else for public schools. And then private schools is even worse. I mean, it costs way too much. I mean, when I went to private schools, it was $10,000 a year for special education for people with learning disabilities. I went there for almost 4 years. And I had to get my classes were modified in high school because of my learning disabilities. I was, when I was really young, I was bullied all the time in school. All the stuff that they teach you in school, I wrote it down. I think I did write it down somewhere. Let me see. Is it practically useful? I mean, is it practically useful when you get out of school, the stuff they teach you? Unless you go on to college and learn have a specialized training, like for a specific job, I can understand that. I mean, if you're going in to want to be a hairstylist or barber, you go to barber school to learn that. You go to school to learn to make dentures, like I got a dental technology certificate. I mean, that's practical. I mean, I can understand that. But to force students to learn a variety of different subjects that they're not even going to use when they grow up to be adults, what's the sense in that? What's the point? And then they're stuck for 10 years of their life to have to go to a regimen that they don't have a say-so or choice in. I think that's screwed up. And then on top of that, you're thrown in like a salad bowl with a lot of different ingredients and dressings with students from all different backgrounds and cultures and walks of life that you have to deal with. And it makes learning even more miserable because you have to put up and deal with all the students. And, I mean, that's the main point. It's not really useful stuff that they teach you that you're going to carry on with you. I mean, you can sit there and argue, disagree with me all day long, but I'm still you're not going to change my mind. I mean, I know when I was young, going to school, I didn't realize that it was, compulsory. I didn't realize that it was a compulsory education. Compulsory. I did not know that. And I didn't even know about the word truancy either, until recently. Because I was something made me want to look that up. I was just pretty, something just tickled my interest to want to look that up and perked my interest. And I just ended up looking it up. But, I mean, it's just sickening how the reality of the way things are. I mean, when you think about it, there's the haves and have-nots. The ones that have it and the ones that don't have it. And the ones that don't have it outweigh the ones that do have it. And the ones that don't have it are struggling and everything else. And no one's coming to their rescue to help them. I mean, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like this current election going on. Everybody's against Hillary. Everybody's against Trump. Everybody's confused. Well, what are we going to do? I say vote for me, because I think I have a hunch that my next video is going to be elect me as president, even though I consider myself a loser. But because I have like no friends in the social world, I don't hang out with people. I don't have friends. I never did have friends I could just call up and do things with. That's been that way my whole life. The longest I ever had a girlfriend was for 2 months, and that was almost 12 years ago. We only dated for almost about 2.5 months, and that's kind of sad. And I met her. You know what's even sadder is I met her on a dating service where I had to pay money. I never had a girlfriend where it didn't require me to pay money. Whenever I was with anyone, which was bare to none, which I only had like a one day I met someone and I didn't like her. She was ugly, but ugly. And I met her on a dating line. That cost me money. So I never met anyone for free, or never had a free girlfriend in my life. No one's ever approached me in my life and said, hey, you want to go out? It's never happened to me. I mean, it is what it is. Beaver Beer. Love country all the way, garlic all the way. See you guys later.